Masudur Rahman, our senior engineer here from Dotec.
Okay, basically, like the first thing is who users who will be accessing the EGP. Who are the users, like will access the EGP. From the procuring agency side, like there are
slowly and very distinctly.
From the procuring agency, like there is an authorized user, procuring entity, approving authority, hope or authorizing officers, PD or PM, that is project director or project manager, BOD chairman, board of director, tender opening committee or producer opening committee members. So they would be accessing the system like after filling the tenders, like these people, these members, TOC or POC members, like they will open the tender. Then TEC, PEC or TSC, that is tender evaluation committee, proposal evaluation committee and tender subcommittee members. They are the one who will evaluate the tender after doing the opening. There are account officers for the payments and everything. Internal auditors, the one who will audit, like the work and everything. Quality people, they will check the quality for the quality assurance. And PA or PE admin, that is the admin part. From the tender community, like there is an individual authorized employees in the case of companies, joint venture partners, if applicable, like if they are subcontractors. And the third thing is there is bank, media and development partners with restricting the nutshell of EGP is like the EGP will bring all the four stakeholders together, right? There is the tenderers, government of Bangladesh or developing partners, media, citizens and procuring entities. What is EGP? As we say, like the EGP stands for Electronic Government Procurement. That will automate your tendering and the contract management process. EGP would be a lot more easier, faster, economical, transparent and accessible compared to the manual tendering process. Initially, EGP will be rolled out for the 4 target agencies, eventually across the government of Bangladesh. EGP will be the web-based application that you can use for free to manage the tenders and contract processes.
There is no border. Anywhere from the world, people can access it.
EGP will help government of Bangladesh to achieve its digital Bangladesh vision, like which they have dreamed there. There are different natures of this procurement. There are methods and different budgets. As we talk about the nature, like it's goods, works and services. There are 3 categories. There is an international competitive tendering and same as national competitive tendering. For the methods, like as there are few methods which have been listed out. That is EOI, RFP, RFQ, PQ, LTM. That is limited tendering method. Open tendering method, 2-stage tendering method, 1-stage 2 envelope method, framework and direct procurement. Budgets, there are 3 budgets, that is a development fund, revenue and open fund. As we go further, like there are different modules in EGP, the application. E-tendering, if we talk about the e-tendering, that is the first thing is annual procurement plan, tender document, tender notice, original, pre-tender meeting, tender submission, opening, tender evaluation, negotiation, NOI and contract signing. As we go to the second phase, as I talked to you, that is a contract management. So the contract management that includes the work plan, progress report, quality check, generate running bills, contract completion, payment, variation or repeat order if they want to give, contractor rating, they will give the contractor rating and the payment ratio. As we talk about this security features, right, this is the main important thing, like from the tenderer side and even from the government of Bangladesh. who plans to submit the tender and how many tenderers has been submitted. Right, this is the main thing, because we talk about. No one will know, like in EGP, that who has submitted the tender. Right, the system won't display, like that so and so person has submitted the tender. Yeah, it is all secure. How many tender document has been sold? Even the system won't, the PA or PE, like won't come to know that how many documents has been sold and to whom. Right, they can only get the numbers.
They cannot remember, they cannot deny anybody. This is not an transparency basically.
You can get only the number. System will show you that so and so number of document has been sold or has been downloaded. In the EGP it will be downloaded. But you won't come to know the name of that person. Truly global tendering, that is a tenderer can be notified via email, SMS over and above the website and the newspaper advertisement. Anyone can submit the tender from anywhere, anytime before the last date and time of submission is not elapsed. Like say as I've told you before, like from any corner of the world, like you can submit the tender, you can download the documents. Manual tender will not be allowed, like along with this EGP tendering process. Only the electronic tenderers are accepted. Right, you can't do a manual submission. Manual signature and stamp will be replaced by e-signature, which we are using for the security. E-tendering will use the e-signature until the CPTU decides. Like basically there are two things for the security. That is the e-signature and digital certificate. Right. So initially we'll go with the e-signature, and if they want to process with the digital certificate, we will transfer it to a digital certificate. That is the call of security. Sealed and stamped tender envelopes will be given away to the timestamp server, like so each and every time would be noted that on which date and which time, like the tender has logged in and at what time they submitted the tender. So everything will be noted. Access based on procurement rules, like each user will get limited access to the EGP depending on its procurement role. Basically what the thing is, everyone cannot access, like the full system, right? Just suppose if I am a tenderer, I got a limited access of to submit the tender. Okay. If you are opening committee, like you can only open the tender. You can't evaluate the tender. So every person has their own rights. So they can access only up to that part, that level. Approving authority will be determined on the basis of delegation of financial power. There are different stages where the approving authority will need, right? So on the basis of the financial power, the approving authority will be decided. So say suppose if the tender is above 5 crores, there is one delegated person who is authorized to approve that tender. Okay, if the tender is of 2 crore, there is another person who is authorized to approve the tender of 2 crore. We can't approve the tender of more than 2 crore or 3 crores. Okay. Access based on time, that is TOC members get access to a tender on their dashboard only when the due date and time is elapsed. Say suppose if the tender opening date and time is today, right, at 12 o'clock. If the TOC members wants to open the tender at 11 o'clock, system would give them access. Okay, they can only open the tender at 12 o'clock or after 12 o'clock. Biometric based access to the data center for the admin besides the physical security, CCTV monitoring, etc. Like everything has been secured, so like no one can like go and enter to the data center. So all the CCTV cameras and everything like is set over there. Tender gets logged in, right? So the system will track his ID. So like if a group of tenderers, like if they want to form a cartel, it is not possible, right? The B can track, right? Okay, for if 5 people are entering are submitting the tender from the same IP, like at least we can get a judgment that they are sitting at the one place and they are putting the tender, right? So the IP track could be there in the system. Auditorial report system means every auditorial report, so you can come to know the each and every activities. Like what time the tender is to get logged in, what time the government employees get logged in, what time they are logged out. Everything will be there in the auditorial report. Real-time backup will be taken. So like there is suppose time to time, like daily base or whatever is the backup you can take. Now if you talk about this tender creation cycle, right, the first thing is the registration on the EDP. After doing the registration, someone needs to approve your registration. The second thing is to allow the roles and rights. We need to allow the roles and rights, the financial power and everything, right, to be an approving authority. After allotting the roles and rights and giving them an access, they can create an APP, that is an annual procurement plan. The annual procurement plan will get approved by HOP or approving authority. After approving that thing, they can create a tender document. The tender document needs to get approved. On approving the tender document, they can create a tender notice. They can publish the tender notice. They can advertise the same in the newspaper and in the website. On publishing the tender notice, the system will shoot email notification and the SMS notification. After that, they can conduct a pre-bid meeting, if required. They can upload the minutes of pre-bid meeting on